I'll call the surgeon myself, Dr. Lionel said. Carrie shook her head. No, I won't go through that again. I can't. I've had enough of hospitals and doctors and surgery to last me, well, the rest of my life. No more. After she left the doctor's office, Carrie returned to her small apartment. She shed her clothes and crawled into bed. 6 hours later, when she awoke, she brewed a cup of tea and turned on her computer to comb through all the websites she'd already visited, looking for a kernel of good news. National Institutes of Health, American Heart Association, CardioSmart, and Women Heart. Nothing. She opened one of her favorite pages, iHeartOldHouses.com. She loved looking at the historic properties for sale. She clicked on the listing for Missouri and saw a new advertisement. 4-bedroom, 1-bath, Greek Revival. A project home. Carrie chuckled and clicked on the property. She scrolled through the photos that showed a home clearly in disrepair. When she saw the facade of the house, she gasped. Oh my God, I know this house. Carrie mapped it. Yep, it was on the same road where her grandmother's home had been. That house was gone now, lost to land developers who had bulldozed it and turned the rolling farmland into another subdivision. But this house needed saving. And so did she. Part 1. 1. It hasn't been lived in for a while. It does have electricity, though, the realtor said, pushing a button on the switch plate. The weak overhead light sparked, and with a loud pop and a puff of white smoke shorted out. Standing in what she guessed was the front parlor, Carrie stepped to a large window and drew back the heavy moth-eaten curtains. Sunlight poured in, further illuminating the forgotten room. Thick dust covered every surface, including forgotten pieces of furniture left behind by a former owner. Over in a corner, Carrie saw a large rat inspecting her. His black, beady eyes reflected the sunlight. His nose twitching, he stood on his hind legs to better study the newcomer. Carrie turned back toward the large glass-paned window. She rubbed a clean spot in the dust and looked outside. Peering back was an older woman with mahogany skin. She wore a long, faded floral dress, and her hair was tied up in a scarf. She squatted to examine Carrie, who could see through the shimmering, translucent woman to one of the 4 massive porch columns behind her. The woman's eyes grew wide when she realized Carrie saw her. Carrie winked. Boo. The black woman vanished. Turning back to face the realtor, Carrie announced, I'll take it. Carrie knew her older sister would call as soon as she found out about the house purchase. Melanie did not disappoint. She called the night the sale closed. This is insanity, Carrie, she shouted. Have you put down earnest money? Can you change your mind? Carrie pulled the cell phone away from her ear. I don't want to change my mind. And yes, I've bought the house. It's too late. If Dad knew this is what you would do with the money he left you, he would be so disappointed. Do you know how much you've upset Mom? This is what I want, Mel. Oh, great. Well, let's be sure you get what you want. Never mind the rest of us. It's my life. Have you talked to Dr. Lionel about this? He knows. I called his office today to ask that my records be sent to my new cardiologist here. There was a long silence before Melanie whispered, You can't do this alone. You'll never finish it. I have to go. I'll call you later. Give my love to Mom. Carrie, we love you. Please come home. Carrie hung up. I am home, she said. She looked around the empty hotel room. Melanie's right. I won't live long enough to finish restoring Stratton House. What have I done? I must have been crazy to think I could do this. Her wristwatch alarm interrupted her thoughts.